Welcome back, Redeemers. I'm Curtis.
I'm Nick.
And I'm Zach.
Stays. Today we got CHOREO battle, S-Class versus Megaverse. I have seen and heard I haven't seen and heard Megaverse, but I have seen and heard S-Class. So this will be new for me as well.
Okay.
Y'all heard this and everything too, or
Never seen the dance practice for Megaverse, but
Okay, I got you.
I heard it. It's still some B-sides I haven't heard, like on the new album. 5-star, I've heard everything.
okay?
I felt bad anytime I did a reaction for Stray Kids and you weren't here.
Here now.
Yeah. Speaking of which, the people that are here now, make sure y'all subscribe and jump on the Patreon for more content like this. Some exclusive Stray stuff up there for the stays. But this should be interesting. Last time we did have S-Class battle Maniac. I forget what one, if I'm being honest.
It's got to be Maniac.
I think Maniac.
It's got to be.
Did you? Well, I'm gonna.
Respectfully.
I'm gonna let you get your S-Class shit out first.
Yeah.
So Megaverse should be interesting because you never even heard it. So let's jump. Let's jump right
let's
into
see.
that. Woo! That new album is fucking different so far.
Way of building this.
Here we go.
Nice smooth transition in there. Nice. The intensity.
Woo!
It might be tough.
Yeah, I remember I first heard that song. I was like, that's probably how it feels when you like go into the Matrix or something. They're with the gods and get with the. I was just like,
Never go wrong with Felix hyping it up.
It's opposition with the competition with the. I was like, I probably like S-Class a lot more than some people do though and shit though.
I love
Yeah, I
S-Class.
really enjoy S-Class though. People talk like that before they think it's something about to lose or something.
Also, question: do you know if Megaverse is the title track on the new album?
I believe it's the title track.
Okay, so I'm comparing 2 title tracks then, right?
Yeah, because
Okay,
I believe both of these should be their respective title tracks. So
Okay.
I'll fact check it for like 2 seconds. It is the title track. The album is called Rockstar, though.
Yeah, that I did know.
Okay.
No, that's cool. Okay, all right.
Felt like Rockstars.
That's class. That's so sick. Sungmin. I love that. The boom bap song.
It's like B-boy style.
Yep. Transition right. That pre-chorus too. That trade off with Chan and Sung, man.
Woo! Give me every time.
This beat reverb messed me up so bad when I first heard this.
I think that part is iconic.
They start trading off. That shit just. Fluidity in there is crazy.
Hear that breathing.
Yeah, I'm biased. I'm biased.
I'm a little biased too. Hold on a sec. Before you say anything, shout out Stray Kids, man.
Shout out Stray Kids.
Because what they did with S-Class, all right, so I feel like a lot of Stray Kids, like choreographies, they do things that could be on TikTok, but also were kind of just memorable. Ever since I first seen them with Backdoor, they kind of always
Felix
got
is
some
always
shit.
kind of knowledgeable about what's going on with TikTok and everything too. So like that is like a conscious part of like kind of some of what the thought process is going into that.
Like you can feel it. So like the reason why I loved Maniac so much, and I know it has nothing to do with this, was just because they do such a great job of like slowing the production down and getting into like that Maniac, and then kind of like doing something. With S-Class, that like da 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 is it's already kind of stuck in your head because it's kind of like a circus kind of, like melody and everything.
Yeah.
But that shit is so easy to do, but also like iconic.
Yeah.
What would you say, bro? Really
It was nothing crazy. Mine was just short and sweet. It was S-Class. The movements, the chorus part where they did da 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 da, memorable. It's definitely something you will see people do. Their movements throughout their formations, fire. Uh, Megaverse was definitely cool. If I'm gonna be honest with you, I kind of lost them throughout the video with the backup dancers, but other than that, it was cool. But S class is it.
Yeah, because with Megaverse, it's so much decent shit going on, and I feel like that's definitely a crowd pleaser at like a concert or something like that as well. Um, but y'all know me, sometimes I'm real big on just moments too.
Yeah.
It was real hard for me to like indicate what moment I loved in Megaverse more.
Yeah.
So I'm with S class as well.
No, that's kind of where I'm at with it too, and I will give credit to Megaverse in that it's grand, it's orchestral, and it does, I'm sure, with everything that was established in kind of, the 5-star album of kind of what that next step represents, and knowing that it's called Rockstar and everything, though I haven't heard anything on it, just this. I do want to give credit to it as well because it's like I know I haven't heard the lyrics enough specifically to kind of pinpoint some of those word choices and moments and switch ups that perhaps are more highlighted. But I agree that when it is kind of presented with like this grandiose like kind of presentation as far as like all the backup dancers and everything like that, and I could get where it could represent them standing out amongst the masses and things of that nature, as an inference to say the least. But so when you kind of see a lot of the breakdowns, I love the unison and the synchronization within Megaverse as far as like we're one cohesive unit and everything like that, and I think those moments that are like kind of more paired up in that way. And as far as whenever you have a background, like a larger background kind of group for dancers, you're able to kind of hide and reveal people within formations a lot better. And I think that was really well done here. And I do think the complexities and the synchronization, especially having to synchronize it on a much larger scale, definitely deserve credit in its own right. But also, without knowing the specific lyrics, I can't quite speak to kind of some of those special moments perhaps. Which definitely brings me to S class, but I definitely had a personal bias, I would say, though I didn't let it affect this. But I had also seen, admittedly, like kind of some of the explanations behind some of the things in the intro albums that they had done. So I do kind of remember certain moments that they had specifically highlighted and talked about, and that kind of makes it resonate a little bit deeper for me. But just to kind of put more appreciation kind of on perhaps some of the movements that they had done. When they had done like this, it's obviously like a shape of our star, kind of like the way we would draw out a star. So it's like those hand movements in the chorus and everything. But also, if you notice when they do this, it's the God's menu with the knives thing. As far as it's at least a callback to that. But also when you watch, like, let's just say like an animated thing, when they draw like a star in the sky, it's like that plus look. So when they were doing this, it was the plus of the star, but also kind of a reference to God's menu. And as far as the reference of like we're in an S class, we're way above everyone. So God's menu kind of it was a pairing that like has a little bit more of a deeper meaning to it that I like.
Just the kind of that stacking is kind of crazy.
Yeah,
God's menu,
exactly.
S class,
yeah, and all
5-star.
respective title tracks, which is why I was also asking about Megaverse as far as kind of how they seem to kind of cohesively.
I have the track
pair
list
with one
here
another.
if you want to, like Megaverse, La La La, Blind
I
Spot,
got you.
Complex, Cover Me, Leave, Social Path. And
Okay. But yeah, so and I definitely appreciate a lot of that within that. There's a lot of sharp movements and a lot more. I don't want to say necessarily a lot more beat changes and progressions, but there's so much styles that are integrated differently in S class, which feels also part like kind of the God's menu thing as far as like we're giving you all these different flavors and styles and choices. So they're showing so much more kind of versatility to me. So kind of how fluidly they're able to go through each of those kind of different segments of the beat, whether it's more freestyle, whether it's more even you said like b-boy stuff. Like they kind of break down so many different pockets, yet it feels like kind of fluid the whole way through. The energy, the intensity's there. And just the way they kind of pass the baton when they break down towards that latter part where they're all passing off, a few lines to each of the members and stuff like that. So I think that's really cool in the sense of like you're getting those individual highlighted moments. So I think one highlights better the group as well as the individual aspects, and then one is kind of, at least to my perception of it on this watch, like more kind of orchestral and grander, larger than life. And I know we talked about kind of distinguishing those two in choreo battles before, but yeah, personally, at least as it pertains to how I'm seeing it right now, I gotta give the edge to S class.
Yeah, man. Like I said, it's really no long talk for me. It really was one of those things where the moments kind of outweighed everything that was going on. And I think too, Zach, how you said sometimes you maybe got lost. It might be the background, the stage, and everything,
also,
and kind of
yeah.
how it's lit is kind of how you kind of get everything. Plus, I think it looks like most of the members kind of have like white on and stuff like that. I think they probably should have maybe wore all white or something just to kind of distinguish themselves a little bit more from the backup dancers, or just wore a color that was going to be completely opposite. Because at some point you kind of get meshed in with everything that's going on. But I think in a different setting and everything, Megaverse definitely would like slap. And the S-Class stuff is just like, it's chef's kiss. And honestly, the whole first part
God's
of
menu.
that whole, right, the whole first like part of like 5-star and everything,
Yeah.
I like when like Stray Kids like pop they shit.
Oh yeah.
And kind of
Absolutely.
like, you know, just be like, yo, we're different than people. We're better rappers.
It's the
We get
confidence,
fly.
yeah.
Like just kind of like that confidence. I kind of like that in K-pop. Even
Yeah.
when Maniac dropped, like one of the other songs I liked was Hot at the time.
Yeah.
And it just was like, I like when idols start getting on that, like, yo, nah, we better than the competition. And they are excellent. So I like that they can kind of live up to that. And I like how the Megaverse feel. Yo, it made me run on a tangent. So, funny thing with Stray Kids 2 and shit is they'll drop a God tier album in like March or April. So, and then you'll just be like, oh, okay, like, you know, we good for the year.
Yeah.
Do a couple
Nope.
features. Nope. November or December are coming. They'll just be like,
Another album.
here goes another one. And you just be like, bro, like, you
No,
can't.
it's like you got 2 regular albums, 2 Japanese albums. You got like you're touring still, and then you got like the award performances coming up, and you're just like, man, like
Yeah, so it's they do a very good job. We used to say like songs had legs, and sometimes a single back in the day could carry you for a year and a half, 2 years. The Michael Jackson singles was carrying for like 3 or 4 years. But we know how competitive K-pop is, and it's like you always kind of got to be dropping. But they don't like just drop bullshit. Sometimes I feel like some people are like drop 2 title tracks would be cool, all the B-sides would be like. They have whole albums where it feels like an MV should drop for every single song,
yeah.
and I think that's
and
interesting.
They got so much in the tuck too. On top of that, with like how they're constantly making music, producing everything, all the members getting involved in different aspects of it. Especially now, progressing from let's just say the Maniac era to currently and everything. And that was something that was really prevalent on you know the 5-star album and everything. So even just to imagine kind of how that philosophy could have progressed within you know this album with Rockstar. Definitely makes me even more excited, you know. And I've always kind of felt like they've had a great like rock style when you heard some of those moments in their music, and like I think that's a pocket that they really operate very well within. So kind of you know makes me all the more excited to kind of check out more.
They've tampered with some of the rock, I feel like, too, when they do some of like their lives, and
Yeah.
sometimes it'll get a little bit more into that for some performances. But I feel like they really dominate a lot of different genres. I think their vocals don't get like enough love.
Definitely.
We know what they
constantly
penned
talking about
into.
Sung Min on everything and those moments. But
And that was another thing, and I was trying not to let that catch me with S-Class,
Yeah.
is that they do like the juxtapose of like their production and the sound is so crazy, which is why there's a choreo battle we talking about this. But just kind of like how they'll kill the production, and then you'll just get the.
Yep.
They like just know how to pair each other's voices up too, and I feel like they do that better than people too. They'll know exactly where to drop Felix at,
Yeah.
and just be like, you know, like here, or any one of the rappers and shit, especially when they want to come out a little bit more bassy, and they'll
Yeah.
take like Sumin and all them and just be like, yo, falsetto it, all right, now rap, just go in there. They do a great job at that. I love Stray
I have
Kids.
so much I could show you in reference to that, but yeah,
We're gonna do some more. We got some time to that.
definitely.
Shaq's leaving us. But yeah, I guess it's unanimous. It was S-Class up here. Very interested to see what the polls say.
And also, if you did feel it was Megaverse or feel there's more to explain with it, let us know.
Yeah, that's what we've been real big on
Absolutely.
this year with choreo battles. Is we don't like when people are just like kind of picking something. This is a community.
Oh,
We're all
absolutely,
family.
yeah.
We want to hear an explanation on why you kind of resonated more with something.
Yeah, that's also the fun of it. It's like not just like you know if we're missing anything. It's things you could pick up on or things you feel it relates more to. But also even if you know we changed any of your opinions, you know I mean stuff like that. It's all part of the engagement to appreciate the art, of course.
Just say like a football field, baker.
It is.
It is.
Okay.
Halftime show.
They put their flags there on the field. Okay, I thought I was tripping and shit. I'm just like, I'm pretty sure it's the football field behind.
Stray Kids World Domination.
Yeah. Jump in the comments. Love y'all. We're going to holler at y'all.
Love y'all.
Peace.
Take care.